Okay guys, so when I was doing the visions theory for the cryo visions, it made me wonder a bit about the other visions. So I went ahead and did some digging and found a plausible theory on what connects all the Pyro characters together when they had gotten their visions, and here's what I found. The Pyro god is known as the god of war, and the reason for Pyro visions to be distributed to others in the world of Tivat was not because they had conflicts within themselves or anything to do with war itself like with most other theories say. But the main reason for them receiving a Pyro vision is because they demonstrated some sort of passion within themselves or for something within their life. Now hear me out. The characters who have received a Pyro vision so far are Diluc, Clay, Bennett, Amber, Hu Tao, Xinayan, Xiangling, Yanfei, Yoimiya. This may seem like a stretch, but if we take a look at their stories, we will see how it fits into context. In Diluc's vision story we find that Diluc is the lone son of a man named Crepus Ragnivida, who is the owner of Dawn Winery within Mondstadt. Diluc and his father shared the same dream of becoming knights, and so Diluc is said to have received a vision because he had once shared a passion for what his father believed at that time. But once Diluc gave up being a knight, he gave up his vision, and it was said that his vision began to fade when his father died. Many speculate that this was because Diluc's father was the source of his change and his growth when he obtained his vision, but because of his death, Diluc had to find another reason to continue, and thus he had to rely on his father once again to avenge him and find out what caused his death. Thus having his vision means that he can continue to achieve his father's dream of being this figure of justice, but under Diluc's quote-unquote conviction. In Clay's vision story, we find that Clay is the daughter of a famous adventurer known as Alice, and because her mother was always out adventuring and traveling to other places, Clay was left in the knight's care. Due to Clay's innocent, impulsive nature, she was always confined and her curiosity for explosives was born. It was said that her passion for pyrotechnics was the reason for Clay's vision to appear before her, and because Clay was young at the time, she didn't understand the nature of a vision, but her passion for bombs and her pal Dodoko grew. This gave all the more reason for her to pursue her passion for bombs and causing havoc in Mondstadt. In Bennett's vision story, we find that Bennett is a rather unlucky individual, but is an experienced adventurer in Mondstadt. But because of Bennett's kind heart, he is able to endure any kind of danger that his bad luck would throw at him. Bennett has always had a passion for adventuring and has never once backed down on a chance to go adventuring. It was because of this passion that he was given his vision. It was said that the intense heat of the vision was able to heal his wounds from the adventure he was experiencing, thus giving him the confidence to pursue his passion for adventuring despite his bad encounters with bad luck. In Amber's vision story, we find that Amber is a well-known knight, better known as an outrider by most knights. But the one thing that Amber always known for was her courage. Amber being an outrider meant that she had to pursue her idea of what a knight should and preserve that idea of courage. It was said that Amber had received her vision when she realized what courage was while reading a book that was nothing but old stories. It was then that she had received her vision. She had a passion for courage in which she would continue to pursue as an outrider of Mondstadt. In Hu Tao's vision story, we find that Hu Tao is an undertaker at Wangsheng funeral parlor as Liu, but at that time when she was a teen, after her father died, she was next in line to take charge of the funeral parlor. But being a girl with nothing but her father's memory, she knew that her responsibilities as the next undertaker were going to be hard without her father to guide her. So in an attempt to see him again, she went to a place in which her family was known to see the spirits pass through a realm. But after waiting for quite some time, she realized that her father as well as the undertakers before her were never to pass through. Hu Tao had always had a passion for her father's dedication to being the director of the funeral parlor, and it was her father's words in which inspired her to pursue her passion as the next undertaker of Wangsheng funeral parlor. For that she was given a vision and thus was passionate for her job as the funeral director. In Xinayan's vision story, we find that Xinayan is a person who has had a passion for music, in this case, rock and roll, but wasn't always accepted within the populace. So in an effort to make rock and roll familiar with the people, Xinayan began playing in shows in Liu. When things weren't going as planned, Xinayan was in the brink of giving up, but because her passion for rock and roll was so strong, Xinayan was given a vision. Thus having been given a vision meant that Xinayan can continue to play in shows with a fiery passion. This sparked an idea for her shows using pyrotechnics being provided by her vision. In Xiangling's vision story, we find that Xiangling is a well-renowned chef in Liu who cooks in the Wanmin restaurant. Xiangling has always had a passion for cooking, thus her inspiration for creating unique dishes using unusual ingredients was within her grasp. It was said that it was because of her passion for cooking was the reason for her having been given a vision, and because of it Xiangling was able to travel in search for unique ingredients in order to create more of her dishes. In Yanfei's vision story, we find that Yanfei is a person who appreciates and influenced by the laws of Liu. She believes that the rules are important but also believes that there are ways around the laws, in which she uses her services as a legal advisor in order to help the people in Liu with their laws. Yanfei has had so much passion for being a legal advisor that it caught the attention of Ningguang of the Liu Kaixing. It was because of this passion for the law that she had been given a vision. Within that outcome she was still able to pursue her passion as a legal advisor in order to help others in Liu live in peace. In Yoimiya's vision story, we find that Yoimiya is an individual who creates fireworks for the people in Inazuma. Since Yoimiya was old enough, she was able to create fireworks for the public to use during festivals. She was so passionate in her work that it took her days without rest in order to create the perfect fireworks. And it was said that hours on end without rest while working on a firework as when she received her vision. Although she couldn't use her Pyro vision as a firework itself, she figured that she would serve as an inspiration to her passion of creating fireworks as well as use it to help the people of Inazuma. All these characters as well as future characters that have received the Pyro vision have all had some sort of passion within themselves, thus had been given a vision because of it. I really hope that we get to see the Pyro god in future chapters. And I wonder how this god is in order to see if my theory can be proven wrong. But this is all the information I have on the subject. And for now it will be interesting to see more characters that appear within the future. I will continue to update as soon as more Pyro characters are being released so that I can continue to keep up with this theory. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.